Hey guys, how are you? Some girls reporting on a couple of different things. Okay, so here's the first. Let's see what we can do here. So I was looking at X today, and I'm having a rough time with the temperature in my apartment. It has been especially warm out, as you guys know, this summer. Um, okay, and humid, and my the building I live in, which is very nice and all that. Now I'm trying to move out, and well, anyway, I just we just have some issues with the building that uh well, I had to get fixed, or I had to actually put my 60-day notice in a while back here, a few days ago, weeks ago, I don't know, in order, and then I just started letting it, some girls, but professionally, explaining exactly what the problem was and putting pressure on the manager to fix it, who refused to take responsibility. So I went over her head, and she is, I mean, not even in a bad way, again, just stating facts, taking pictures, and this type of thing. And the problem is a rodent, it's actually a rat problem. I will be doing a video on it. I really began to go on every website I could. I sent them the information. I said, you've got to, we have a problem here. And the response from the building manager was, yeah, we know. We are all want the rats gone. Just be patient. I'm like, okay, after 6 weeks and watching, like, I'll pull my car up to get my groceries out, which I haven't done in 3 weeks. And I'm healing some injuries here, still, people. And I'm like, I can't even I usually just take my groceries out of the car, put them, well, literally on the sidewalk. Then I have to go up a, 2 sets of stairs or one. And then I, have to carry this stuff kind of one by one. And it doesn't matter that I have injuries. I had to do this anyway. It's very hard. And I am all health food. So I've got all this vegetables, fruit, juices, organics, fish, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not putting this shit out. So I pull up with my car, and I'm seeing, oh my God, there's like a 9-inch rat with a huge long tail. And I'm, what the fuck's, and they were supposedly fixing this 17 days ago, but actually we're told about it in the middle of June. And by law, they have 10 days here in the state of Wisconsin to fill the holes and put out traps and do whatever they can, whatever it takes to get rid of them. Instead, they're growing, and then their babies are all over. And they're all over the place. And I tracked specific places. We had an open window in the basement that I reported in March. And we have this manager. I mean, I actually was sitting in my truck, and I said, are you aware, like, it looks like somebody broke a window to try to get in the basement, blah, blah. And she came out and looked at it, took a picture, and said, oh, I've never seen this girl smile. Kind of like Tom Markle. I've never seen her smile. She looks like she might be on heavy meds. She's here half the time, but the apartment used to have a full-time manager that was also, worked for the company and did maintenance, like change faucets, do leaks, install washer dryers. And it's my sense and my feeling that the visa holders that are, by the way, I know you guys want to think that can't work and are the laziest, most entitled people I've ever met, i.e., I didn't come to the US to work myself or kill myself working. I came here to enjoy life, and they don't work. They can't work. There's one guy here on an F2 visa, and that's what he told me. And this has been weighing on me. And then more and more and more has happened. And when I hear about like grooming gangs in England and all this shit, I thought, well, this can't really be happening. But guess what? I'd say at least 20, 20 to, and he's married and he's living off his wife's stipend from the university. And he barely communicates in English, but he has said multiple sexually explicit things to me. Actually, it could be okay over there in the Middle East, but actually so explicit that don't feel comfortable repeating it on this channel, and text messages, which thank God I have. And I'm like, but I'm used to it because I worked in an office in the 80s. I worked at the brokerage firm. And this used to happen to me every fucking day when I was in my 20s. And and they'd say, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? And yeah, I did. I said, I'm totally ignoring you. Okay. I got to go. Had to get back to my desk. My boss would have gone looking for me or bitched me out when I got back. And this was just to make a copy. And I would just look at them and I would just go, oh my God, you're kidding me. Get away from me, you dumbass. And all of a sudden I'd be like at a copy machine and someone would grab my ass. And I'm like, one guy, his name was Eldon. I won't use his last name. He was, oh my God. He worked at one of the big firms in NYC and was, so I'm so used to it. But then I kind of blew it off and I'm like, oh, get out of here. But then when I went back and thought about it, I'm like, that is like some gross shit. Like, I want to SOD-amize you. Please, can we have, no, never mind. And the ANAL thing. And I'm like, would you please leave me alone? Did you ever do it? It's so fantastic. You don't know what you're missing out on. So I am like calling ICE. I'm done. And he is doing illegal things. So this stuff is real. I thought the UK might have been exaggerating about some of this. They are not. And I'm old enough to be this dude's mother. Okay. Um, what color is hair on certain parts of your body? Because I'm blonde. Yeah. So I'm thinking, here we have, and this is an F2 visa, which is a house husband visa. Okay. A companion visa. Okay. So I was just, I had been so neighborly and so friendly and so overly friendly. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, that is so fucking inappropriate. But this isn't just once or twice. This is about 25 or 30 times. Plus text messages with, I love you. Okay. And waking up in the morning and texting me his dreams. So this dude is under 40 years old. So at this point, I I can just, go up north to my condo and sit there until I close on my sale. Because this is just something that is so fucking unacceptable. And since the rat thing and all this shit happens, I mean, I watched a woman push her baby in a stroller and wasn't looking, for rats. She was just walking down the street, having a nice night. It was pleasant out. It's about 7:30 at night. She's just having a night walk with her child, with her baby. There's this Ukrainian couple that speaks Russian. I've tried to tell them, I'm like, watch out, and they're just like, they look at me, okay. And they said, we finally yesterday, I've seen them for like years. Finally, they said, well, we don't speak it. They've been here since 91. And, or since, Russia, you know, uh, ended the USSR. And there's a whole group of them, and they work right down the street too. And I said, you guys be careful. There are rats, and you're walking right past this every night. I see them out walking every night together. And they look at me like, oh my God, what is this? Maybe it means something in Russia. I don't know. Because they're walking right past them. And I'm like, oh, I said, watch it, you guys. And they look at me. And finally, last night, I asked them if they could help me. And I still tried to explain the problem. I said, just be careful. And finally, I just said, can you just open the door for me so I can get in with my groceries? I'm carrying 2 bags, And they're like, yes, of course, we'll help you. And then I was trying to speak Russian to them, and they're just like, you don't have. And I said, well, spasiba. And they looked at me like, you're doing really bad with this language. Uh, and I said, can you please just help me? Help me. And I said, well, just how do I say thank you in Russian? And, I'm a fun person, guys. I'm a fun person. I'm not like this boring tabalar. Uh, so I've been, doing a lot of supplements. I've been doing the chlorine dioxide water. I've been, I'm just feeling boom, like on, and I'm just, okay. I've got to, move things along with the issues I have going on in my life. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sure you probably already tuned out. I get to the Prince Harry shit today. And there's a girl here, and I sent a text to her, or I'm sorry, I sent on X, and I sent a reply to her, and I said, I am doing research right now. I said, it's a little bit too hot for me to dig too deep onto this topic, but Tom Markle still has connections to the Emmys board. And then, you go into Grok. She has the algo so fucking tied up, man. And you go into Grok, and it's like, that's highly unlikely. But I said, but Grok, it is likely. And here's why. And it said, yes, you're right. The older people, suddenly just because I'm not a millennial, I'm like an older person, The older lighting directors and the union, I told you he had union connections. But like I said, she and he, Thomas Markle Sr., have the algos tied up. And then I have it somewhere. So yeah, of course she bought the thing. That's probably why she went over to the UK to just get the money for it. I don't believe. I said to her, I am so pissed off. I feel like having a beer and doing a rant on Prince Harry. So that is what this is. It's a Prince Harry rant. I was going to say rant. And P.S. I emailed when I put in a complaint to the landlord that owns this building, very early in the morning slash for me late last night, 2 o'clock. It took me an hour to word it, and that was the first time I had to sit down. And I said I have been living in various apartments in or out, just outside of the city on the northwest area since 1982. I have never lived in a place where I have had so many bad things happen to me, and so many problems ever. Not getting mail, having mail stolen, having medications for possible blood clots, which I am not taking, but stolen, which is normal for when you have a pelvic injury, and blood loss. When you're bleeding internally, these things can happen, um, which I was. I mean, my intestines were run over, and my genitals, my bladder and ureters were run over. My urethra, my vagina. I think it's still working. It would, if I had a baby, it would have been dead. Okay. I mean, if I would have been pregnant, carrying a child, and or possibly trying to do that. I mean, if I was younger, if I was 30 years, 20 years younger, whatever. Um, so yeah, I mean, you have all these issues going on, and you don't want to throw a blood clot for fuck's sake. And this was last summer. And then I get one pain pill a day. No, I haven't taken any. Um, just actually, meanly kind of just puts me to sleep. Um, but I said, I am okay. I am fucking done with Prince Harry. Prince Harry is here on a visa. I can't do grok anymore today. He is here on a visa for, let me get into Brave. Okay. I can't remember. I think it's F6 or F8. Brave. What is the type of visa that Prince Harry, has that information been exposed yet? What is the type of visa that Prince Harry is in the U.S. on? I might, offend people that are a little younger with this one, because I'm going to say something that could possibly piss off millennials and Gen Zers, but I'll try. All right. So, excuse the tabs. Okay. Trying to get down here, but okay, so this is going to start jumping. Okay. Based on recent reports and immigration documents, Prince Harry is believed, we don't even know, to hold an A1 head. I didn't know this. Hang on. Oh, fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Now, I'm not even sure if I believe this. I'm going to repeat. I cannot anymore. I had to wait to do this. I can't fucking stand it. I have laid low. I have not wanted, I can't anymore. I mean, I am busting. Okay. Based on recent reports and immigration documents, Prince Harry is believed to hold an A1 head of state visa. No, what? Head of state. Now, what in the flying fuck is that? This diplomatic visa is typically reserved for foreign heads of state and royalty. Oh, Oh, where in the hell is, what's his name? Marco Rubio, who is Secretary of State. So he heads up the State Department, which heads up this shit. And he has a dual role of national security advisor to the president. So he would be like, fuck, I don't know. Everybody bitched. I'm trying to think of like a Condoleezza Rice, like something like that. I don't know who the fuck did this for Clinton or Obama, but they were no good. Okay, so are you fucking kidding? Where's this dude? He's so wrapped up in trying to. Ugh. He has his own personal agenda he's trying to fulfill, and a lot of people think he's okay, but. And I'm on the fence. I mean, this is not a political video. I mean, I hate bashing political figures on this channel, so we're going to let that go. But where is this dude? He is a cocaine addict, a drug addict, and completely psychotic. Boy, he plays that Princess Diana and King Charles card to the fucking max. I told you I was going to go nuts tonight. P.S. I did just go outside and take a walk. Or, an hour before I started this. So I got my fresh air and tried to clear the head. It didn't work. Walked down to the park and back. I'm just like, okay. I've been told by my building that I should never take my garbage out at night. I'm like, are you kidding? That's unreasonable. So after 7 p.m., I can't leave the building? Oh, come on. Fuck you. Well, I already basically sent them a message indicating that. Wow. Fuck. This is one of these areas of town that's going all the time. People are out jogging, walking their dogs and shit like that till 2:30 in the morning. I've noticed there aren't a lot of dogs around here lately. I think they sense that there's an issue. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, he's apparently fucking head of state. A head case on medication that goes to therapy and came here because his 2-bit naked actress wife, who did a couple of episodes for a series that no one watched. I never heard of her. She spent 18 months over in the fucking UK. And he's here? Wait a minute. Let me try to wrap my head around. I thought it was a special talent visa for something to do with veterans. He doesn't give a shit about veterans. I think right now he spends about 5 hours in hair and makeup getting his scalp dyed. He gets this. I'm pretty sure. That is just weird. Okay. This is a diplomatic visa, which means he can do whatever the fuck he wants, right? He has diplomatic immunity. He could be dealing drugs out of that Montecito mansion and not get busted. Wow, this is hard. Woo. This diplomatic visa is typically reserved for foreign heads of state and royalty. I wasn't aware anything like this was going on. Is that what Lady C was here on? Because she was okay. I don't know. Okay. When she was a model in New York after transforming her gender, I don't know. Okay. I told you, I warned you, I'm going to go off on you guys. Indefinite stay allows for multiple entries into the U.S., with each state permitted for an indefinite period known as duration of status, as long as he remains a member of the British. Oh, you guys are going to love this. I'm sorry. I told you. As long as he remains remains a member of the British royal family, he can effectively live in the U.S. indefinitely. Lower security vetting. Unlike standard visas, the A1, notice how it's AN1 because he's A1. Hey, I tell you what, let's just call him A1 steak sauce, okay? Did Heritage Foundation get this shit? You guys, I'm sorry. I have the hiccup. Oh, great. I'm gasping so much. All of a sudden, I'm like having the hiccups. Hang on. Let me get some ice water. Okay. Unlike standard visas, the A1 visa is vetted by the U.S. Department of State. I'm telling you, where is fucking Marco Rubio? He wants to take, this has a lot to do with him wanting to take Cuba, and he's got a bunch of beefs with that shit. Anyway, let me go. He's not focused on this little fucking prick. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo, let it fly, baby. Let it fly. Um, as long as he remains a member of the British royal family, he can effectively live in the US indefinitely. Lower security vetting. Unlike standard visas, the A1 is vetted by the US Department of State with limited involvement from the Department of Homeland Security. Yeah. Christy Nome was too into getting her lips injected, having a makeup artist and redoing her extensions on a daily basis. And she probably liked looking at Megan's, you know. And then when the husband came out with the balloons, which I believe that something like that was going on. At that point, those two were so damn far gone. That like she was really a good. Where's this Mark Mullen or Mark Wayne? What kind of name is Mark Wayne? Where the fuck is this guy? Wow. So it's Marco Rubio and Mark Wayne Mullen and Trump, who's, well, he's been disappointing to me. Although I well, I'm not really sure what I think yet, but I don't like the way he's running his cabinet on this term, but Kamala Harris would have been similar, if not a worse train wreck. Okay. And the same shit would have been happening. If you think I think it's better under Trump than it would have been under Harris. And I'm talking about economy, stock market, housing prices, uh, immigration, but that this needs to be put in check because we voted for someone that promised it would be put in check, didn't we? Everything I'm talking about. I don't want one more single effing person in this country on some stupid ass visa like this, especially that weirdo with the wiry Brillo pad beard. And the sexual and lax behavior of these visa holders. They come here to fuck off, to just say, hey man, I am here now and I am going to prop my feet up, man. And I am going to drink my Jose Cuervo margaritas. Like all I did was give someone a gluten-free beer. And they said, "Whoa, you are such a dream." I'm like, "Oh my God." I was just trying to be, it was a hot night out. We were rat watching. Oh, and he's a veterinarian, but he can't work. But I'm telling you, I would never take my cat or dog to him. And he hates Indians, like, I mean, people from India, Hindus, because he feels as though if he were from India, he would be elevated more and get more visa benefits. So then we have Prince Harry, who's here just because, hey man, I hate my dad. I want to run my dad over with a car. I hate my brother. I dream of having him killed in a motorcycle or a plane crash or something. And I've married this bizarre woman who walks around taking Welch's jelly, putting a satin ribbon around it, relabeling it, and tries to make a profit off of it. And this is special after taking her clothes off for suits. And if I put that up, YouTube will take it down. So I can't. I could, because I have. After Susan Wojcicki, who sadly passed away, took over YouTube, and she, I was getting strike, and that's why I put my videos on private. I'm like, shit, man. I mean, I'm like, I'm going to lose my channel if I don't, because they just kept going in there and they're saying removed, you're inappropriate. Shit, the banana thing was one of the banana videos I did was taken down. Bananarama is up there right now. Yes, it used to be an 80s pop band. And it's the name of one of my videos where she did the banana. Okay, so let's continue on with Doofus's visa before I have a nervous breakdown. So there's no security vetting. He can do whatever he ever means. His past admissions of drug use, disclosed in his memoir Spare, did not disqualify him, as drug-related inadmissibility checks are not part of standard A1 diplomatic vetting process. So, let's bring heroin in, let's bring toot in, let's bring coke in, toot. Oh, God, am I showing my age? Let's get the weed flowing. Well, that's legal. And I'm on ketamine, but especially Harry likes his amphetamines, right? His pupils are dilated, and his unit in the British Army was, a few of the people got, I think, just, well, whatever, they got in trouble. I don't really know what happened. I would think they would have, gotten dishonorable discharges, but God knows what happened. So that unit had a lot of cocaine violations, apparently. I guess this just doesn't fucking matter anymore. And this is the point of my video. Okay, let's keep going. So this is just the belief of AI. Oh my God. So he can do whatever he wants. What he admitted in Spare doesn't matter. Okay. He can just be here and do whatever he wants indefinitely. And he's not going to have a security check. Yet, I'm telling you, there was an advertising sales job that I had. But after I started it, suddenly something really turned around for me, and I had a different offer, and I had to leave it. But I went through about 2 months. I finally just said, you guys either want to hire me or you don't. I sent them an email. I said, if you want to hire me, do it. I said, you either want to hire me or you don't want to hire me. Please let me know as soon as possible. It was worded a little bit differently, and I didn't use AI, and they hired me. I mean, the next day I was hired. I mean, they were dragging their heels. Well, it ended up they wanted to have a different group for their training like 2 months later. But I said, look, I need this work now, not in March. I need it in December or January, whenever it was. Okay. Well, I'm only halfway through the beer and it's hit me, so look out. So he's not being vetted, but in this job that I had, I almost just said the name of the company. I had to literally, I had to go through some interviews, which they were a little bit shocked with. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but guess what? They were like, wow. And they even told other people at the top of the company, like how I handled their questions during the interview. It was basically me doing a sales pitch. If someone did not want to advertise with this publication, how would I overcome that obstacle? And I talked to my dad, and he gave me some tidbits. And it was long before this, about how to close a sale. And that he got from Metropolitan Life Insurance Company in the 50s. And I used 1950s shit in, the 2010s. In the late 2010s. And they were like, wow. Because it's just so simple and so basic. He would start talking after, like, we'd go out to dinner, and he'd like have one or two little Bach on the rocks, and I would just pull out whatever scrap paper I had in my purse, and I'd start writing. Then I'd call my friends and we'd talk about it. That's what the world was like just 10 years ago, guys. 12 years ago. This is just what's going on now. It's just not acceptable. And this is just an example of not being acceptable. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. They don't look at they say, if basically what this says is, if you done drugs, we don't care. Bring them on in, get on your private jet. You're not going to have the security sniffing dogs past you. I mean, shit, we've all been through this. I was at the airport once, and during I have this I still have it, this very cool, very expensive, really cool backpack made out of, real suede and leather. And I bought it, I don't know, almost 30 years ago. It's in, mint condition, blah, blah, blah. But at some point during the trip, when we were out hiking, I put I think a ham sandwich in there, some nuts or something. And the scent of the sandwich was still in there. And I had a beagle go crazy, and I had to get a full check by the FDA and security. And the people I was traveling with didn't know where I was, because they pulled me over and they were already on their way. And I'm like, oh my God, no one knows I'm here. I said my I was traveling with, my brother and my mom and my husband, and I don't know, maybe somebody else. And I'm like, oh my God, they don't know I'm here. And they just like thought I was in the bathroom or something. And I'm like, okay, and there's this long line, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta catch my plane. And they're like, well, tough shit. They found an orange in there. But see, Prince Harry doesn't have to do that. I think he has complete diplomatic immunity. Am I sure about this? No, I am not. Do I think that there's a damn good possibility? Yes, I do. Because this just seems to be, as my brother would say, in today's world. And I'd be like, do we have to say that? Do we have to say that now and make exceptions for everything and everyone? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, wow. He just, I shouldn't say this, offered to sell me his house for half of what it is worth. And I said, I don't know if I'd be able to sleep at night with that. Because it's the type of house, I already said, you will sell it the same day you list it. Don't you get that? Oh, okay. Hold on a moment. I just have to do something in my freezer. Hang on. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I'm having some, not necessarily pain, but muscles. Okay, never mind. So he doesn't have drug checks. They don't give a fuck about it. Okay. Tax implications. Oh, this is good. Holding the visa allows Prince Harry to remain a U.S. tax non-resident, meaning he is not required to report his worldwide income or foreign bank accounts to the IRS, protecting the privacy of his assets and trust. Does this make sense? Can you guys believe this? So he doesn't have to even do a tax return. I want you guys to think about it. Prince Harry can make as much as he wants. Plus, he's got bitch putting it in some weird charity bullshit. And he doesn't have to report it. Now let's think about this. Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. Wow. That's my speaker. Okay. So he doesn't have to report. He doesn't have to pay income tax. And he's in the high tax bracket, which means with the charity and the using the house as a workplace and all that, are you aware that in the US you could work out of your home, have a studio, blah blah blah. You have to have the exact square. Well, he doesn't have to fill out a tax return if you have the square footage. Oh my God. You get an exemption for working out of your home, for being self-employed, but he doesn't have to even do that. But I don't even know what she does, because I don't know if they file a joint return or what in California. So basically he's not paying income taxes. Oh my God. I mean, usually in Well, in the state of Wisconsin, I was at 40% at one point before W became president. I was really upset one year because I made more. I got bonuses. I worked 3 times as hard. But at the end of the year, it was all taken from me because, oh my God. So he doesn't have to worry about that. I was very disillusioned with the government at that point. This was under Clinton. It was, and we've never gone back that high. Just in case you're wondering, in 2000, it was called, in 2004, and during the 2008 election, it was called the Bush tax cuts. But as you see, it is for thee, but not for me, especially in the case of Prince Harry. Wow. Wow. One more time. Holding the visa allows Prince Harry to remain a U.S. tax non-resident, meaning he is not required to report his worldwide income or foreign bank accounts to the IRS, protecting the privacy of his assets and trusts. Maybe he is richer than we all thought. This is not fair. This is one of the reasons why I made this video. I am unable to cope with this shit right now. I should just cross the border, come back, and pretend I'm not an American citizen. I would never do that. This is insane. Has anyone else ever brought this up? Because I thought he was here on a special talent visa. I am not even sure if this information is accurate, but it seems to me that the way they behave, it probably is. Okay, he'll win a Nobel Prize soon. That'll be the next thing she's going to try to get. Okay. No path to citizenship. The A1 visa is a non-immigrant status and does not provide a direct pathway to U.S. citizenship or permanent residency, a green card. Why in the fuck would he even give a shit? The A1 visa, which is the A1 meaning, hey man, I'm A1. Like I'm A plus, I'm A. I'm not only an A, but I'm number one, okay? That's what's going on. I am even more pissed off than I was before I started this video. The heritage, why the hell would you want citizenship? He doesn't want citizenship here. He wants to use our country. Okay. And the problem with Harry is that he's using our country, he's using our roadways, he's using California, he is using the benefits of what people like, I'm sorry to say, I don't know. See, I'm going to start to age myself now. People like Reagan and Nixon, yeah. And every single person that busted their fucking ass to build that state and make it what it was. I understand right now it's not that great, but it's a beautiful place to live. Okay. So he's coming here. He's probably getting food stamps or something on top of it. He's coming here. I don't know. I am joking. He's coming here. He's using the country that generations before him built, and I'm going way back, like to what, the 1800s? I don't know. He's using what what let's go back, just go as far as like the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or when that state really became, wow, the place to be. Okay, the people that built that joint, the people that put their sweat, their blood, their tears, their bodies into making it part of the United States of America, and then went on to be presidents, making the country awesome. At least one person did. He's coming in and he's going, yeah, here I am. It's me again. I'm Prince Harry. I ride a little girl's bike around with a helmet and 10 security guards behind me. I pay them, but I don't have to report how much I make. And I can do whatever I want anywhere in the world. And I can keep 100% of it because I don't have to report it to any fucking government here. That's why Meghan wanted back in. One of the reasons. That and fake pregnancies. The Heritage Foundation previously sued to uncover Prince Harry's immigration records, arguing his drug admissions, let me finish, should have barred his entry, but a court ruled his records private. Oh, of course. We are not allowed in Trump's administration to know his immigration status. Okay, so maybe you guys have seen this or know this. Okay. The discovery of the A1 visa classification explains how he maintains legal residency without triggering the stricter background checks associated with other visa types. Oh, and then we get his Wikipedia page with him with a full head of hair, with the veins and shit popping out of his head. So if we have the record sealed, then how could this have been discovered? What Brave AI is saying, and this could be wrong, but I'm not sure if it is. What Brave AI is saying is, based on everything we have and putting it through all of our algos and shit, this is what we come up with. Guess what? I think it's right. And then we get his Wikipedia page with his Invictus t-shirt. Younger son. How about youngest son of Charles III of the United Kingdom and Diana, Princess of Wales? Wow. Oh my God. Well, I don't know. Now, anything else that we get? Now, see, I'm telling you, her team still, here's a thought. Her team still controls the algos. So maybe this is put in just to throw us off the trail. Let's do this. If I have to see Princess Archie and Princess Lilibet, I don't believe they exist. I know what I just said. I did that intentionally. It'll say their names, their ages. Watch this. Are there any pictures of them? I know there aren't. with King Charles recently. Watch this. Watch what it's going to be this. Maybe she's just putting that A1 shit in here intentionally. But no, there are no recent pictures of Prince Harry and King Charles together from their latest meeting, which tells me it didn't happen. All right, here we go. Well, I don't know that. Strict agreement with the palace and the Sussexes agreed. The Dumbartons agreed beforehand that no images would. Oh, the Sussexes didn't agree to that. Charles said there wouldn't be. No images would be released and no details of the conversation would be shared. Okay. I think we all know this. Oh God, no. This was a condition set by King Charles to ensure a cloak and dagger reunion, away from media scrutiny. I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't want to go too far into this because I knew this whole thing would be bullshit. Last available photos, the most recent public photographs of them together remain those from Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in September of 2022, where they walked behind the coffin, or brief glimpses of Harry's solo visit for tea at Clarence House in September 2025. Those even though even those were limited. Where are they? Tea. Harry wasn't drinking tea. Doing a head full of snow and probably drinking some sort of. Well, he's out in California and he thinks he's cool now. Is he doing like cognac now? I don't know what this guy does. Drinks. I don't know. Private nature. Reports confirm that even other senior royals, such as Prince William, were not informed of the meeting. Oh, bull fucking potatoes. Underscoring the intent to keep the gathering off the record. What are you talking about? Keep the gathering off the record. What a bunch of horseshit. This was all over the place, and there were supposed to be pictures released the day after Meghan had her people touch them up. Whoa, I'm getting lightheaded. It doesn't take, I'm not like a big drinker. Hang on. I'm so fired up. I have the hiccups again. Okay. Well, that's bullshit because it was all plastered all over every fucking thing there was. Private nature. I tell you, this dude is bald. Okay, ask a follow-up question. Can you please speak or tell me about Prince Harry and how he covers his baldness? It looks as though he dyes his scalp. It does appear that way. Do men do this? Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh my, I can't even type right now. Like this to look as though they have more hair. Oh my gosh. I knew I'd start fucking up with my typing. Have Morehir. Okay. Question mark. Just curious. Oh my gosh, my back. I threw my back out. I was like Oh, I tried doing 15-pound weights above my head, which I've not done for a long time. And oh, I don't know. I threw something out in the middle here. So, wow. Okay. Like right in the middle of my spine. I'm like, oh, what I do? This was like 3 weeks ago. You are correct in your observation. Reports and expert analysis confirm that Prince Harry frequently uses scalp dye. Okay, scalp dye and hair fibers to make his thinning hair appear fuller. Oh boy. Oh, hang on. I have to stretch my body. Ah. I did not know there was such a thing as scalp dye. I, I just took a guess. Wow. Okay. You guys, I urge you to get this browser. It's not always right on, but it will give you different answers than Grok. And Grok kind of took a crap on me tonight. I kept asking the same question over, and I kept answering. Do you want me to give you a list of real estate agents in such and such an area? And then it would give me a person. One person, I'm like, I know I used to have my real estate license. I'm like, I know fucking damn well the agents out there. And then it would stop and it would say, would you like me to give you names? Yes. There is someone by the name of Barbara. I think I even knew who that person was. And I said, would you like, and her location, I tell you, Grok kind of took a shit on me tonight, but I kind of expected it. They want me to enroll in their Elon Musk $7 a month plan. I'm like, no, if that dude is a trillionaire, come on, give me a break. I can go on another thing. So if there ever is a situation where you need good AI, try this out. Okay. So you are correct in your observation. Reports and expert analysis confirm that Prince Harry frequently uses scalp dye and hair fibers. I think you guys have pointed that out, to make his thinning hair appear fuller. Well, you can tell he's got the shit on his head. So it just looks like he dyes his scalp. It doesn't look like his hair is fuller. Poor Megan. It's like, these t-shirts. My dad went to Florida and all I got was this shitty t-shirt. It's like, Megan, I married a prince and all I got was this stupid piece of shit. Wait, I married a prince and all I got was a bald druggie. No, I married a prince and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. Because that's actually true. She doesn't love him. She doesn't care about him. You can put up all the love emojis in the world. Okay. Here we go. Prince Harry's specific techniques. The noticeable difference in Harry's hair density between events such as his court appearances versus the Sundance Film Festival in early 2026. Sundance. I'm ready. Honestly, I know the chick below me stays up till like 3. But I mean, I hope she doesn't hear this. I can't take it. Okay. Hang on a minute. I have the hiccups again. Hang on. So, excuse me if that's happening now. Okay. I will read this again so we can all freak out together, although it might not be freaking you out. The noticeable difference in Harry's hair density between events such as his court appearances versus the Sundance Film Festival in early 2026. The backpack I was telling you about, I did buy from the Sundance catalog. I think in the year 2000. It is so fucking cool, man. It is so. I should show that on one of my videos. I should go over some of these early twos classics that I bought. So it's attributed to cosmetic concealers. Harry's hair is attributed to cosmetic concealers rather than new hair growth. Okay. Oh, honestly, I need to stretch my body. Oh, wow. Scalp dye. Harry reportedly dyes his scalp. I almost just peed my pants. To match his hair color. What hair color? Because he dyes his hair. Prince Harry's, when you have hair that is that color, because he's ginge, but he's really not, right? So he's got more of a reddish tone to his hair. But when you get into your 40s, it does begin to turn gray and get dull. And Meghan for sure is going gray. I think she wears a wig 100% of the time right now. Which is sad. And or like a lot of extensions. It's really sad because when she was married to Trevor Engelson, she looked, I will say, she looked really pretty. I just said it, okay? By darkening the skin beneath the hair. Oh, come on. I can't. The contrast between the scalp and the hair strands is reduced, but you can see that it's dye, creating the illusion of greater density. Volumizing fibers. Now, one of the followers at one point put this up. At one point, I don't go to Walgreens ever since, well, for a while. I don't know. I hate that store. I remember walking through and seeing that, and then there were ads on TV, and I mean, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, I understand that people have issues and they want to look better, but just try to find a hairstyle and just go with it, man. He should have gotten plugs and a rug a long time ago, which I think he did, but I don't think they took. Or just get out some rugging, man. Now, my older brother is 67, and I'm going to tell you, I just began to notice it. Honestly, it's not even as bad as Harry's. I just began to notice this summer that he's kind of just going with, he's not hiding. Well, he doesn't really have that much, but you can see it, and he's still so handsome, but I may share a picture of him with you guys. I was coming across something from the 80s, and I went, oh my God. And I thought, this dude could have been a movie star, Not me, but and then he has the height, He was born in 1959. And he works out all the time. He goes to the gym like all the time. He goes to Planet Fitness now. But he uses it as networking. He met a client there tonight. It's like, yeah, I met so-and-so and his dad just died, so we've got all this money we're going to invest. And I'm like, oh. He said he's got a shit ton of money. Never tells me the name, never tells me how much. I said, well, just, go with it. I don't want to take up your time. This is another thing. This is how boomers work. As Dale Carnegie said, yeah, and he's pre-boomer, an even harder worker. I know it sounds silly, but his books are updated for the new generation, for the Gen Zers, and they're good. You have to percolate. You have to circulate if you want to percolate. Like, you got to get out there if you want to, like, start cooking, if you want to just be a success. And then it comes easy. He's a financial advisor, like very well established for like 40 years. And if you get this guy at the right time, he will sit down and he will just start like an artist, writing down ideas and what you can do and how, the exact numbers of income you can make per month doing this. And I still have his notes sitting here. I'm like, okay. It's like a doctor planning out a surgery, or a stage director, or a Thomas Markle doing ideas for one of his episodes to make it really look real, even though it's fake, even though he's on a set, which is Megan and her life. Okay. Volumizing fibers, he is believed to use keratin-based fiber sprays that cling to existing hair shafts. I was just like, I don't want to scream, but I'm ready to. What time is it? Yeah, it's 3. We may have to end the video. I don't want to get complaints on top of all the rat fuck. Yeah. Thickening them instantly. I mean, what in the absolute fuck? So he puts spray in there and dye. Pharmaceuticals. Oh my god. Oh no. Sources indicate he also uses a combination of finasteride and minoxidil to slow hair loss, though these treatments do not provide the immediate visual fix seen in his public appearances. Do men use these techniques? Oh, yes, they are common and widely accepted techniques for men managing male pattern baldness. Honey, he's Friar Tuck. He's not. I guess what ticks me off so much is that he made fun of his brother, and then it happened to him, Scalp micropigmentation. For a more permanent solution, many men opt for SMP, a tattooing procedure that deposits pigment into the scalp to mimic the look of shaved hair follicles. Temporary concealers, products like Topic hair fibers and scalp tinting sprays are standard in the grooming industry. They are particularly popular for high-vis events because they offer an immediate, non-surgical way to mask thinning areas without the downtime of a transplant. Just get the fucking transplant, Harry. You can spend as much as you want. Why was he in Ukraine too? Bringing cash, but he doesn't have to report it like anywhere. Effectiveness. These methods work best for men with diffuse thinning. Thinning. It's not diffuse. It's not diffuse. Rather than complete baldness, as they rely on existing hair for the fibers to cling or require the scalp to be visible but colored to reduce contour. Okay. Um. Well, I think that he looks more like Friar Tuck. Watch Brave pull a number on me too, because that hair loss is not diffuse. There is most of his hair gone, with a large circular pattern. Wow. Oh, most of his hair gone with a large circular pattern all the way around his head. Just a small amount left. It'll just agree with me. Just okay. A large circle, and uh, and most of the top of his head is gone. I was going to say I had to, for one of my jobs, take 2 hour psychoanalysis online to decide if the company would want me. And I passed. I couldn't fucking believe it. Yeah, you did great on the test. Me. I'm psychotic, for God's sakes. Just joking. All right. Can you show us a picture? All right. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it will. You're absolutely right. The pattern is not diffuse. You're welcome. But rather a distinct Norwood stage 3 vertex or stage 4. Oh my God, I want to scream. Categorized by a large circular band patch on the crown, or retaining a fringe around the sides and front. This specific look is frequently compared to Friar Tuck or a reverse mullet. I'm ready to just scream here with laughter. The Friar Tuck pattern. Recent photos from July 2026. I'm ready to. During his UK court visit in January 2026, clearly show this halo effect, the crown, the fringe. All right. Do you have a picture of this? Oh my. All right. Um, oh, this explains why he looks fuller in photos taken from the front or in Megan's curated videos, but significantly balder in candid shots taken from behind or above. Let's see. Let's see what we can get. Oh. Well, they banned me for asking why, if it says at the beginning of their site there are no political commentary, why they are constantly making political comments. And they said, "Bye, Putin," and they blocked me. And I'm like, what? And I said it like in my most like diplomatic tone. Um, right here. I think it's even worse than that. Well, this is more like it. Oh, is he a nut job? That's old too. Um, and this even it has more hair. Nope, I've seen him right here. This is, and then if the picture is taken from the front of his head, then the hair dye. This I think it's a piece, or that is the acrylic shit or the keratin based. Here's William, who he made fun of. And that, but it's just, this is just bullshit. Here, pull this up. I mean, this is bullshit, right? Like, this is like I just, like, here he is. Okay. This is where you could definitely see. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm really having some back pain. I did have 5 pedicles fractures right here. You see this, you guys? He has the same pattern as Prince William. He does not groom himself properly or frequently. He lets himself go. He's on drugs. He can do whatever he wants with his money. He doesn't have to report it. He can be a resident and make $1 trillion and not report that and not pay taxes on it. My friends, this is bullshit. Um, you know, so it's just all bald there, and then he puts topics on, and then recently dyed his scalp. Prince Harry's hairline is well. Um, Prince Harry Williams' hairline has had a life of its own. Now his little bro, Prince Harry, the spare, has his own hair loss woes, and everyone is watching and talking about it. It certainly doesn't help that his wife, Sparkles, has plenty of haters willing to go to bat against a couple. Oh, okay. I'm crying. All right. Oh, all right. Let's do it. Well, let's go with this video. Let's do it. Let's post it. We'll pick up. Oh my gosh. Before I get in trouble for actually just talking normally, because everyone is upset with me. P.S. By the way, all the holes were filled and the rats are temporarily gone tonight. So I told them, I said, I am putting my trash on top of the. Oh, you should see this thing. Well, I've got to call into the city. So if they want to come out here and look at it, let them. I didn't give them the exact address. I gave them the cross streets, right? So I hope they do. I hope they do pop out and look at it. I think it's inadequate what they did, but that's okay. Let's see. So I apologize for that, but everybody is now upset with me because I did a group text with basic information. Hey, this is what's going on. Our manager is not updating us. but it's wrong, and here's why. Me staying in my house after dusk in the middle of the summer is not an answer to not having to deal with a fucking rat that is about 11 inches long with the body and tail. Who in the fuck do people think they are these days? And that's my point. The millennials, well, let's just put it this way. This is a bit out of control for me, but that's a separate video. I hope you guys are having a good night. I hope that someone sees this and watches it, because YouTube blocks my ability to push, or not push, but have my subscribers be notified that I made this video. They black it out on my video options. So, well, I tell you, this is a weird guy. Is this devil horns? Man, this is a weird fucking dude, man. And he looks so much older than what he is. I'm going to be frank with you. Wow. Like I'm not. Well, I don't know how to say it, but he looks like he's pushing 70 in a slight way. I'm talking about a young, healthy 70 in the US. And he's really pale. If this is July 11, 2026. Man, he is weird. His face looks very wrinkled and very like it. He doesn't have smooth skin, bright eyes, the beard, the hair. If he just detoxed, got away from sparkles for a while, detoxed all the crap out of his body, and I don't just mean alcohol or drugs, got vitamin D, got sunshine, put a huge smile on his face, and changed his life, he would look 10 years younger. Prince William is older by 2 years, but still he looks stressed out, probably because of this doofus, but still looks like he's healthy and he has smoother skin and just is all around better looking. And he's got a good wife and family, but he has a lot of stress. And it began when this effer married, it. He's just so arrogant and so entitled and so fuck you in the, like, double fingers in the face. Well, stay tuned, guys. I have a lot more. I'm posting on Urban Myth soon. I hope. What is this? Is this supposed to be him? Oh, come on! This is from years ago. Is this in the ghetto when Megan made him sit in a circle with his crack showing? Oh my God! Well, this is a train wreck. I mean, it really is. All right. Whew. Signing out. Oh.